What's going on, Marvel Future Fighters? Trippy Cakes back with another video. In this video, I wanted to talk about Villain Siege. Now, Villain Siege, to me, I don't think it's a great game mode. I want to say at most it's good. Well, at least it used to be when it was actually challenging. Now, when I say when it was challenging, that was relatively a long time ago. And now it's just kind of, go in here, get the free bios, get the gold, and, get the chaos tokens. And I feel like this needs it needs a little bit of an update. Now, I think they should have the three different brackets for, let's say four different brackets for Villain Siege. We're gonna go with easy, medium, and then hard, and then a tier 2 bracket. And of course, as you go up, the levels will should as the levels increase, the harder it'll be, and it'll apply more to you. Now, for the easy one, I would say that each specific one will have three different brackets. There would be easy from level 10 to something, 20 to 30, 35, 40, something like that, and then 40 to 60, something like that. Something for those newer players that are just hitting like those levels and don't have the characters at like super high places or whatever. And then normal would be lean towards more casual with the same three sub brackets of characters to fight. Hard would be three different hard bosses for it, and then tier 2 would put them at a higher level to where tier 2s would actually, you'd still have to have some kind of strategy when you fight them and things like that, just to make it a little bit harder, opposed to, just throwing us in here with some randos. And I know that I may not have every single character maxed, so I don't even get all the bonuses all the time. But I will say that it still needs some tweaking in here, because this is just it's a little sad that Villain Siege has become what it has. Villain Siege used to be a pain for me. It was horrible. Yellow Jacket was the worst for me because those trains were just relentless. It wasn't even Yellow Jacket. It was the fact that he had the trains and the, his little mechanical spiderlings coming out and making my day horrible because I'm trying to dodge them. And then Doom Train from Final Fantasy VIII decides to come out and just royally screw my day. And I managed to finish this Villain Siege in what, 2 sentences almost. And don't get me wrong, Villain Siege it just needs some work. It needs some love. That's all it needs. I know they changed it more recently, and the change to me just seemed like it cleaned up, and that's okay that it just cleaned up. But honestly, it needs a lot more to it than this. So okay, Bruce Chi, can you stop focusing on Thanos, or not Thanos? Good lord! Oh, how dare I put Ultron on Thanos' level? Even though he should be, it would make more sense. But yeah, he just didn't get love in this game, and that makes me sad because I do really like Ultron as a character, but I don't feel like he's Villain Siege material with the way he is, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault he got did dirty. He used to say there's no strings on me, but there are clearly strings. What is going on with this damage here? I should have picked somebody else. I should have just Sharon Roger this shit. And Villain Siege just is it's just not what it used to be in terms of difficulty. And I know that you get better over time, and that's definitely understandable. But you shouldn't be able to just waltz through this, and I just don't like that about it. That's my one complaint with it. I think a revamp is definitely needed for this game mode. And I mean, like, from the ground up, I think these brackets just need more brackets to make you feel like, you're not just doing this to get those little biometrics for, well, I use mine for Ant-Man because I've almost got it maxed out. And that's the only reason I do this. If I didn't, if I had Ant-Man at tier 2 already, his last gear is at 19. But if I didn't have him at tier 2 already, I don't think there's anybody else that I'd really truly want to spend as much time as I do for the small amount of biometrics that you end up getting for it. And yeah, I went and failed that. I should have just did this from the get-go. Alright, Shazam. So anyway, the amount of biometrics that you end up getting out of it it's really dinky. You get like was it 3 every 500, and then it's about 500 per run. So you end up with 1500. So that's only 36. That's 9 biometrics, and 9 biometrics really isn't shit when you're leveling up a gear that's already at like 19. Like I've been leveling Ant-Man's last gear for a week because my RNG is just absolutely dreadful. Another thing that I feel that they could do is the whole chaos token. The concept of getting your own currency for it, it's all fine and dandy. But aside from, getting these guys, there's really nothing worthwhile. I mean, if you look at Lash, I don't think anybody ever really uses them, but I do think his tier 2 is decent. Elsa is amazing, but she is made out of wet napkins, so she just gets shredded. And, of course, there's Ant-Man, but most people went and used tickets to tier 2 him and didn't even go through the grind of hitting chaos tokens. And then the custom gear sets are terrible, and the chaos chest is just going to give you some random shit. And I don't know about you guys, but I don't even bother with stones because I already have so many of them. So the rewards, maybe if they alternated on, like, I don't know, every 2 days or so, just to make it seem like you're what you call it, like you're getting a chance to get something else, like maybe those unfarmable characters, like they could throw who we got in here that's like not really that farmable. Singularity. I don't think Singularity gets any love. Like when I first got her, I really wanted to level her up, but I just couldn't bring myself to it. So she's just been kind of sitting here like, how dare you? I'm a manifestation of outer space, and you don't even pay attention to me. But if they threw, randos in there like her, and it would just be really refreshing to go in there and just have more than dealing with Ant-Man and Elsa and Lash. It's been a while. Anybody who truly wanted them would have definitely had them by now. And I know I'm speaking in terms of people that have already been playing for a while, but even newcomers, they're not going to be able to farm those characters the way I just did. At most they might do like up to medium as where it sits right now, which is why I said the sub brackets for each difficulty level would be it would be like it would have a nicer flow to it than just this is easy, medium, and hard, because for somebody like me now it's just easy and easy. And yeah, I know I didn't clear it with Bruce Chi and everything like that off the bat, but like I said, I don't think Bruce Chi is going to shine to tier 2 anyway. So in the end, I honestly feel like it just needs a new system to go with it, as well as this whole chaos token thing, because 3 biometrics is measly, and I know I didn't do a lot of work to end up with those 1500 that I got, and I never do, but just 9 biometrics a day is that is god awful. That is just dirt terrible. But aside from that, I guess Villain Siege it's a subpar mode, and my complaints will remain the same until they realize that they're gonna have to like step it up in here, and I think doing it that way would really help out. Anyway, I do thank you guys for tuning in again. This was Trippy Cakes with another video. Stay tuned, there's more coming. Have a good one.